Ladies and gentlemen, this is our international round Victoria versus France. So here we go from the blue corner. Wearing the white pinstripe representing Tiger Muay Thai. Please welcome Maximilien Courtois. And his opponent from the red corner, wearing solid red trunks with a blue trim. Representing Kumakai, welcome Nick Patterson. John Miller, Dean Grant, David Dowser, and special judge Kelly Singh. Mixed martial arts action coming up with
Alright, I explained the rules before, okay? Just obey my commands, right? Protect yourselves all the time. Shake hands, good luck, boys.
Maximilien Courtois.
Maximilien Courtois is coming to us from France, but via Thailand. He is from the Tiger Muay Thai camp, and he is being trained by his trainer, Ray Albay. Of course,
also Brian Ebersol in the corner as well, the legendary MMA fighter Brian Ebersol, but made this one 3 5-minute rounds MMA rules.
we have Nick Patterson coming from Ed Babalok's Kinakai gym, and of course the famous Ed Babalok. You can see him on the front cover of this month's Blitz magazine.
And you can also hear him at any fight show, mate. He is the most passionate and the most vocal trainer of any trainer I've ever seen or heard.
Mate, we have got a good matchup between the Nick Patterson and Mr. Maximilien Courtois. The two of these guys both know their business. They're both well trained. They come from great camps. And of course, as you know, Maximilien's here from France. We get a good sweep. Nick Patterson is on the bottom, but he's looking very, very calm. He's got good head control. Maximilien has stood up. He's got a little bit of blood on the top right-hand side, and he's thrown down some huge punches. He's halfway through the guard. Nick Patterson's looking very clear-headed. He's not losing his cool at all. He's trying to get, he's got that single. He's got that single. They've gone into the north-south.
Good sprawl there from Maximilien. Not sure where the clearance from. He's looking to take his back, but
Maximilien tries to take the back. Unfortunately, he gets turned around, and Nick Patterson is on top now. He's in the guard. It's a very loose guard. Nick Patterson's up on his feet, and he's going to have none of that.
Banjo's happy to stand Maximilien up. Big cut to the right eye already of Maximilien. There's that left hook from Banjo Patterson as well.
There is just a height and reach advantage with our man from France, Mr. Courtois, but Banjo is not taking any of that. He's moving around the ring, keeping a good distance, and he has got that left hook just waiting. He is just waiting. He's already put a little cut open on Maximilien's right eye, and I think he wants to follow it up again, John. He's throwing some wild leather, but unfortunately they go into the clinch, and Maximilien's take him down.
Yeah, he's got Maximilien in his guard at the moment, but Nick Patterson, very experienced MMA fighter.
Banjo's on his back. He's got a bit of a loose guard. He rears up. He's performing excellent control. Oh, nice up kick. Oh, and a nice left raining down from Maximilien. All right, there's a scramble. They've gone to north-south, and it looks like we've got a little bit of a chokehold here. Okay, Maximilien's trying to get him into a guillotine, but unfortunately he can't just seem to get it locked up. What he needs to do there, John, is he needs to get his right leg around his hips and pull down with both of his legs while he keeps his head up.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get that choking because he's got Nick's arm in there as well.
He's completely let go, and now he's just got a butterfly guard. Nick's keeping his head down.
One of the things with MMA action here in Melbourne is that it's in the ring, it's not in the cage. The Victorian Combat Sports Authority still won't allow the MMA fights to be in the cage.
Oh, we're going for an armbar, and 10 Maximilien's trying for the armbar, and Banjo's stupidly pulling out. Although it looks like he might have it, John. I don't think he's got it tight. No, Banjo's pulled out of it.
Great defence there from Nick Patterson.
Oh, Banjo stumbles. It was only a trip, and now Maximilien's trying to capitalise on that. Our referee Ignatius Chrysalides very smartly pulling the boys back into the middle of the ring. And
yeah,
much like the Pride fight rules, they've moved into the middle of the ring and restarted with Banjo on his back there, John.
Yeah, that's right. They've got to reset him in the same position they were when he was outside of the ring.
Now, Maximilien does have a nice little cut to his right eye, but he's still fighting very hard.
Yeah, the full mount now there from Maximilien.
He's in the full mount, and now he's just raining down punches. Banjo has got a good defence, but he's scrambling, doing the best that he can to keep control of this situation. Of course, full mount is a very bad position for Banjo to be in. A crushing right hand, and a left, and another right. Yeah, Banjo's head is being smashed into the ground here, John. It looks like it might be the end of the fight. Ignatius.
He's still defending himself, Nicholas, and referee Ignatius Missolidis keeping a good eye on him. But
Yes, our referee.
Nick's got to start fighting back. He doesn't want to turn because otherwise he'll expose his back to Maximilien, which it looks like he's getting
moving
close
to his side.
Yeah, looking for the armbar there. No, Maximilien just gone back, taking full mount again.
Maximilien is really starting to rain down some hammer punches here, and Banjo's got a good guard, but he is taking punishment. His head's been knocked into the mat a few times. Our referee Ignatius Missolidis has got a close eye, but Banjo's not doing anything to answer these rainbow punches.
Yeah, Maximilien's just sitting so high on Nick that Nick can't really buck him off or do anything there, but he's throwing back the odd punches every now and then, so he's showing that he's still fighting back.
Oh, he's still clear. He's staying very calm. I tell you what, mate, I wish I could keep this kind of calmness under the situation. There is a little bit of blood coming from the left side of
Big first round there from Maximilien Courtois. Very big first round, but Nick Banjo Patterson just jumps up and goes back in the centre ring. And a big thank you as well to Peter from Cafe Oggi for sponsoring this semi-main event of the night as well.
What a fantastic first round for our MMA bout.
Nicholas, so far we've seen it all here tonight. We've had K1, we've had full tie, we've had modified tie, we've had MMA, and it's been an action-packed night here for Carl Draper and Hammer from Primal Fight Promotions.
This has been fantastic. We're at Warriors Way 3, John. I'm having a great time.
Mate, it's a sensational. This is the third show they've put on the boys, and absolutely chock-a-block. And a big thank you to our sponsors, Block Constructions, Cafe Oggi, Superb Security Service, all the other sponsors on board. A big thank you to you.
Take yourself, Nick. Otherwise we'll stop. Come on, guys. Hey, stool there. Stool. Stool. Come on. Ready? Fight.
We are at the start of round 2. This fight is brought to you by Cafe Oggi. This is the MMA fight. It is the co-main event of the evening. We have seen Maximilien Courtois take Nick Banjo Patterson down to the ground and give him an absolute punishing. But at the end of the first round, Nick Banjo bounced right up, got into his corner, and he didn't look like he'd been phased one bit, did he, John?
Mate, he's as tough as they come, Banjo Patterson. We haven't seen, obviously, Maximilien Courtois fight here before, but as you said earlier on, Nicholas has got a distinct height and reach advantage, but sometimes being low to the ground in MMA also helps as well.
Of course. Now we can hear from Banjo Patterson's corner. That's Nick Banjo Patterson, of course, the MMA fighter. His record's 4-2-1, and he is tough as nails. Ed Babalok from Kimakai MMA is in his corner and screaming out instructions.
Interestingly, in Maximilien's corner, we've got Brian Ebersol. Last time we saw the Kimakai boys fighting up on Matt Reed's KO Fight Promotions up in Shepparton, and Brian Ebersol was helping out the boys from Kimakai. Now he's in the opposite corner.
Well, mate, it just goes to show you that the fight game in Australia is a closed community, and we look after our own, mate. We take care of each other. Speaking of taking care of each other, our judges for this evening are Tom Fisher, Keith Brand, and Mark Castanini. Mark the Hammer Castanini. I couldn't read my own handwriting there, John. But we have a great fight here. It is 3 5-minute rounds. We're halfway through the second, and they've fallen out of oh my goodness. Both fighters have fallen out of the ropes. We're going to have a stop there by Ignatius Missolidis and get these boys restarted back in the. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you, John. I think that was a good argument for allowing cages.
Yes, mate. And look, no doubt the Victorian Combat Sports Authority. We had the Minister James Molino at a show recently as well, just looking out, and had some MMA fights on there as well. So look, they're taking it into consideration at the moment. It's banned, but I'm sure it won't be too long, and we'll see it moving forward.
Oh, we hope to see that. Melbourne is known as the sports capital of Australia, and Australia the sports capital of the world. We'd love to see cage fighting with the same rules, of course, as MMA here in Victoria. Of course, Brian Ebersol is in the corner of Maximilien. He gets taken down with a Greco-Roman wrestling move there. Nick Patterson has got his back and throws a crushing right knee to the head of Maximilien Courtois. Maximilien regroups.
Yeah, a bit of claret flowing now from the nose of Maximilien as well. But I'll tell you what, Nick Banjo Patterson been really impressed with his hands tonight.
His left hook has just been crushing, hasn't it, John?
Given that he hasn't got the height and reach advantage, he's been able to get in through Maximilien's guard each time. Just as we say it there.
There it is. Oh, and my goodness, a flying knee, but it goes over Maximilien's head. Maximilien grabbing on for sheer life. He has the double. Can he take Nick Banjo down? He takes it down. Nick has taken Maximilien into a guillotine. It's arm in. I think he's going to get out of it. What he needs to do there is he needs to put his head up.
Yeah, he needs to release it, try and slip it back under Maximilien's arm at the moment. Locked around, and he's done that now. Maximilien's given his arm up as well, but Nick hasn't quite got it locked in.
Nick needs to bring his head up. He does have the arm out. He's got the full guillotine hold, but he needs to bring his chest up to really complete that. Maximilien's managed to come out of it. He takes a up kick into the face to get away, though. Maximilien, of course, has in his corner. Oh my goodness! Maximilien, of course, John has in his corner Ross Dello, the famous Australian MMA fighter who trains out of the Kaizen Fitness Gym, which is in Balaclava, Victoria. That's Kaizen Fitness, fantastic gym. If you want to do anything, John, you want to do BJJ, you want to do Muay Thai or boxing, I'll get down to Kaizen. And of course, we have on his back Nick Banjo Patterson from Kinakai. At the moment, staying calm. And Maximilien tries the guillotine, but unfortunately can't manage to take hold.
Yeah, we've got 45 seconds to go in this second round. Remembering it's 3 5-minute rounds.
I'll tell you what, John, these fights have been as exciting as they come. We've had some absolute wars, and I've enjoyed every single minute.
And I'll tell you what, Nick Banjo Patterson's happy to get up and stay on his feet.
Oh, there's a right hook and a left, and he follows up with a left.
His hands have been dominating tonight. And that's why he's happy to let it stand up.
Absolutely. You think with the height advantage that Maximilien would be taking charge, but in the stand-up, as you said, John, Nick Banjo Patterson is absolutely dominating with those hooks.
Come on, you Aussies!
The crowd is just electric here. We are at Warriors Way 3, presented by Primal Fight Promotions. This is a great fight night, people.
Time!
Big second round there, mate. Again, big thank you to Peter from Cafe Yogi. Mate, the crowd's absolutely loving this.
This is such a great fight. I'm glad to be here with you, John Fergus.
5 minutes of pain going out. And with the third and final round time, give a round of applause goes to Lou.
So third and final round, mate. Cafe Yogi sponsored semi-main event. What an action-packed MMA fight this one's been so far.
This has been a fantastic fight. I've been absolutely excited to see both of these fighters coming hard at each other. You would think that with the height and reach advantage that Maximilien Courtois, the French fighter who is in the grey shorts, would have had the advantage, but really it has been Nick Patterson's show with those great sweeping left and right hooks.
And Nicholas, I'm sure we'll see a great write-up on this in the Blitz magazine, and you can go to www.blitzmag.com.au for all your MMA and martial arts exposure for all around Australia.
That's right. Look, Blitz is an Australian production, so we want to keep it in Australia. It is about Australian fighting, and this has been a great fight night. You are watching Warriors Way 3, presented by Primal Fight Promotions. This fight is brought to you by Cafe Oji, and this DVD is produced by
Paris Productions, the best DVD producer in the country, bar none.
And speaking of bars, mate, I think there's an armbar that's being searched for, but no, Maximilien's gone into the full mount, and he has, okay, Nick knows what's coming. He's covering up and he's staying smart. Now, he took punishment in the first round, John, but he managed to come out of there and really bounce out like there was nothing that had happened. But after these 2 rounds of fighting,
big downward elbow there from Maximilien.
That's it. I don't know if he's got the power and the strength to withstand the same brutal strikes again. Now our doctor, Dr. Peter Lewis, is watching very, very intently to make sure that Banjo is okay. Banjo is responding. There isn't a lot of punch in those punches.
No, but mate, he's wearing it, but he's not fighting back, and there you go.
That's it.
Ignatius Missilides has called it off, which is probably the right thing to do, mate. Nick Patterson just wasn't fighting back, and a good convincing win there to Maximilien Courtois. But, mate, Nick Banjo Patterson, as tough as they come.
Absolutely, mate, absolutely. As you said, he bounced off the onslaught in the first round. What a great MMA bout. That was a fantastic co-main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a time of 1 minute and 50 seconds in round number 3. I believe our winner coming way off the blue corner. Representing France, Maximilien Courtois. Come on, give Nick Patterson a round of applause. Great fight, boys. All right.